River Tyne began 30 million years ago with celebrated narratives of four that connect and pay homage to bygone times and days of yore. And just as that river trickle forges towards the Great North Sea, I consider how we combine as integral pieces of jigsaw history.
I love libraries, and All Shields Library's the best. I remember when I was younger, and my mum used to take us along to the library every Saturday morning, where we'd look through the books and pick some to take home. Then when I became a mum, I used to take my kids along, sometimes with Grandma coming also. Precious memories.
One thing I love about North Shields is that you can have been away from there for a week, a month, a year, or several years, and as soon as you're back, the people remember you. They're just the same. They always ask after you, and they're still friendly. The banter's always there, and that's what I love about North Shields.
I used to attend a women's group at Christ Church in North Shields. The group was run by a charity, and it was a place of community, support, and friendship. And even though it was many years ago, I still hold the memories dear.
I have fond memories of working in North Shields and social care. My first place of work was the Meadow Centre in the Meadowell. You were made to feel so welcome, and as the project expanded, we moved to the Lintkill Centre. It was a warm, safe environment for visitors and staff, with a lovely cafe for a catch-up and great food. And Friday was our favourite day. We would pop along the road to Eric's Chippy, not only good fish and chips, but the banter was good too.
I remember going down the fish quay for chips with me dad and brother when we were kids. You could almost smell the vinegar as we walked along, and I'd be rushing to get the best fish and chips in the world.
I remember going shopping in North Shields every Saturday with me grandma, me mum and me auntie. My grandma's no longer with us, so every time I'm in North Shields, I think of her and the places that we used to go together.
When I first married my wife, we got a flat on North King Street in North Shields. It was only a small flat, but it was our palace. We moved to a bigger house as we started a family, but for those few years in our flat, we made amazing memories.
I remember when I was little, my mum would take us to Key Road Books each Saturday in North Shields. I would buy the Beano and Dandy annuals and spend hours looking around. I can still smell the mustiness of the books, but it was a place of comfort and happiness.
I remember heading to Maynard's in Tyne for sweets. The invading weekend horde surrounded me on the narrow pavement. My neck craned around to try and find my dad's face lost in the throngs. Salty snot ran in streams down my wobbling top lip. Above my dripping button nose, two little wet marbles blinked in the sharp morning sunshine. I looked up from way down into the sky. I was alone, drowning in big people at knee height. I rubbed my eyes and shouted, "Dad! Dad!" until the breath was squeezed from my tiny, bony body. A laughing policeman hauled me up onto his shoulder. "Dad!" I cried. "Dad, where are you?" From behind Maynard's, my dad came for me, and I wept unmanly tears. My dad has floated back out to sea from ashes strewn in King Edward's Bay. A drowning in the medieval Hawke's Lane baths meant he, until now, could never swim. Maynard's is now a posh chocolate shop, and you cannot buy the wine gums that he sneaked away for in 1974.
I love the downstairs gym at the YMCA in North Shields. It's got character and characters. There's a community built on mutual support, having a chat and a laugh and not letting life be too serious or empty. I think some of the people in there have experienced seriousness and emptiness, and they represent how North Shields doesn't dwell on that.
Walker's The House of Quality was established in 1880, occupying a corner site on Borough Road, opposite the Labour Exchange. Their advert read, "Everything to wear and for the home, it has always been and always will be our earnest endeavour to give good quality and good service."
I worked in Slater as a compilation operator. We had a clubhouse at Slater, and we used to go there on a Thursday night, and that's where I met my husband, at the Slater clubhouse.
The main thoroughfare, which was the Bedford Street, where everybody went shopping and all sat on the seats and they all talked to each other. and they didn't see each other for a while, but they all were pleased to see each other and talk to each other. And then they put the market on the main street. That was great.
So one of my favourite memories from North Shields was when I was a little kid. My nanny used to be at the bingo, and while I was waiting for her to finish, my mum would go in the halt and get me a sausage roll, and I would have to sit on the step and wait for her to come out.
I love North Shields for its imperfections and character, the way that new rubs with old. There's still a real sense of tradition, heritage and nostalgia, which contrasts with a new buzz created by the music scene, new bars and cafes opening, all of the beautiful murals appearing on the buildings. I love walking along the fish quay and soaking up the atmosphere, the pungent smells, the sound of the seagulls and the foghorn.
I like the fish quay because I like going to the beach and then throwing pebbles in the sea and swimming in the sea.
I like to visit North Shields Fish Quay, especially the sculpture by Ray Lonsdale of the Herring Girl. Looks quite appropriate for the work that was done there.
Well, I remember North Shields a long time ago. There used to be a ferry. I think it was called the Northumbria, but it was a car ferry between North Shields and South Shields, just like we operate today. But it was a huge one, and there's a proper model of it. One of the ship people down North Shields, where they have a display of ships in the net.
North Shields Cemetery. It's a nice place to have a look around and look at all the graves from the families that were destroyed in the Second World War by a bombing raid in May 1941. It's quite poignant just to have a look and respect all the families that were affected.
My dad was in the Salvation Army band based at Seville Street in North Shields, and my sister was in the songsters. So every Sunday we'd go there and listen to the music.
So my happiest memory of North Shields is going down to the fish quays with my granddad. He used to get what he called bullocks, and they stank, but he loved them.
My favourite thing about North Shields is community spirit. There is a fantastic little community shelf that's opened up just around the corner from Newcastle Street, and it is the best thing ever with homemade items. Fantastic.
I grew up in Nuts Flats with a view of the fish quay from my bedroom window. The sound of the seagulls always makes us feel at home.
My dad used to take me around North Shields to show me all the bomb and shrapnel damage on all the buildings around North Shields to remind me of the history of the World War II.
I like to visit Northumberland Park in North Shields. I particularly like the tree carvings and the nature trails.
Well, since I retired, I used to be a truck driver all my life. I'm now a ship spotter, and I make regular visits down to North Shields Fish Quay. They capture the ships coming in and going out of the river, and I've seen all the big ones coming in, all the Queen Mary, QE2, Britannia.
The YMCA has played a huge part in my life. My mum used to go to dances there in the 30s and 40s, and she met my dad there during the war. Every year we'd go to see the pantomime there, and eventually I joined the YM Pantomime Society. After living away from Shields for 37 years, I moved back in 2023, and the first thing I did was join the YM.
2007, a September sunny morning, my memory takes me to the balcony at the Maritime Registry Office in North Shields. The sun was shining, I just got married, and the boats were coming down the Tyne. It was heaven.
North Shields Football Club, Appleby Park. A hole used to appear in one of the goal mouths. Often the game was held up, waiting for somebody to come and fill the hole in. Whether somebody disappeared down that or not, we'll never know.
I have lived and worked in North Shields for 35 years. What I love about the people of North Shields is their humour in adversity, their stoicism, their kindness, and a special quality of never giving up. North Shields is a vibrant community, and I have witnessed many changes over the years. We are going through one at the moment. I wish the people of North Shields all the very best. You know why? Because they deserve it.